This is a Star Wars Action News Hypercast.
Hey everybody, Andrew here. Happy Mandalorian Monday, the first of many I understand. And so I thought that I would do a little unboxing for you of the original Mandalorian. This is the Hot Toys version of Boba Fett from The Empire Strikes Back. This is one that I've had for quite a while, but just never got around to opening it. I've already got a couple of Boba Fett Hot Toys out, so it just wasn't a priority for me. But we're going to take a look at it today and see what's in the box and what my first impressions are. Let's get started. This also is the deluxe version of the Empire Strikes Back figure, so it's got some extra stuff based on some concept art as well. See what we got. There we go. Pretty standard packaging there. Of course, you got the label up there letting you know it is the deluxe version. Alright, let's see what we got. There is the beautiful photography that they always do. There you can see the standard one, and here's the special edition, the deluxe, with the special emblems on the helmet and the different colored gloves as well. And here we go. There he is. Look at all of those hands. Look at all of them. There's basically two sets. As you can see, there's the green, which is the standard, and then there's also the brown, which are the ones that go with the concept art style of decor. All sorts of fun stuff in here. I suspect this is going to be very similar to the Return of the Jedi figure, as you know. As far as the figure itself goes, there's obviously going to be some coloration differences, as you would expect between the two outfits. But as far as accessories and stuff, it's going to be pretty much the same. All right. Start with the figure himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Boba Fett. Comes with the traditional helmet on, as you would expect. The teal colored fists and the mythosaur skull, as you would expect to find there. Of course, he comes without the backpack attached. We'll get to that here in a second. Does have the cape, which is going to be very wrinkly right out of the box. But it does have a nice wire in the hem here, so you can pose it, which is always fun. You can get some nice flow effects going as if there were wind, kind of like what we've got with the Luke over here in his poncho. Over time, those wrinkles will naturally smooth out. Of course, you got the braids hanging off of his shoulder. Nice detail. This is one of the things that I really liked about the original one that they did for Return of the Jedi, is the detail on the belt, right? We gotta love our pouches. You know, it was the 80s, the start of the pouch movement. We've got all these pouches here, and the detail on the cummerbund, I guess you might call it, underneath his belt. It's nice. It's not just a solid, piece of fabric. It's a bunch of little ropes put together to give it a nice texture to it, which is really neat. Of course, we got the pockets on the ankles. And those are especially important with Boba Fett. Because one of the accessories, some of the accessories he comes with are his little gadgets that fit into those pockets. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of these accessories. I have no idea what they are. I'm sure there's a encyclopedia out there somewhere that would tell you. It looks like a meat cleaver. Jagged knife. All sorts of fun stuff for him to use on his marks. It's got a lot of nice detail, sculpting and paint on his gauntlets. There's some really nice weathering on that metal plate that has all the buttons on it. It's really nice. Of course, the bounty hunter's helmet is completely scuffed up. Lots of good weathering detail on that. And just like the Return of the Jedi one, the viewfinder does pivot down, which is a nice detail. All right, he's got a empty holster over here. We'll get to the weapons eventually. Let's see if we can get him to just stand on his own. Seems to be a little top heavy. There we go. All right. Here is the infamous jetpack rocket launcher. And this attaches just like in the Return of the Jedi one, where there's some hooks on his back that you have to get these to line up with, and then there is a magnet that helps hold it to his back. Yep, and then it just kind of snaps the magnet on his back. That'll probably be back heavy. All right. All right. Yeah, so we've got a couple different accessories in here. Blaster with a vinyl shoulder strap. Can use. Here is the alternate version of his gauntlets, which are really nice. Here's the other one. Really great detail on this, whatever it is coming out. Almost looks like an antenna if you stand it up straight, wrapped in wire to help you get a better signal. Lots of really great detail on there. And of course, here's the alternate version of the pauldron that does not have the mythosaur on it. Not sure what that is, but it's definitely not what we're used to. So I'm not going to try to pull that off without checking the directions first, so I don't want to damage anything. Some of the stuff can be pretty fragile if it's not removed properly. Every time I touch you, you lose your balance, Boba. How are you going to get your bounties if you can't stand up on your own? And of course, the alternate helmet that has the almost like wolf ears on the top that we would later see on Captain Rex, based on the same concept art. And again, the viewfinder does flip down. Looks like the entire thing pops off. This is nice. On the inside, you can, even though you'll never see it when looking straight on the inside, they actually did detail the bottom part of his, I don't know, whatever kind of fabric he's wearing up around his chin. just to give you some detail on the inside, which is really nice. What else do we have in here? Layers upon layers of packaging. Aha! I thought that looked a little strange. Here is the actual backpack that he wears in the movies. It's just the solid green. It's not the fancy blue coloring. So I think I've got that right. The jets on the bottom, they do actually swivel, which is a great little detail they added. And it attaches the same way with the hooks and the magnet. And then we've got the small blaster pistol, which should fit nicely into his holster. I'm assuming. Yeah. Steady, Eddie. Steady, Boba. And, of course, the classic blaster, sawed-off shotgun style. And there's more. Still going with the accessories. If I can figure out how to get in there. Oh, of course, here's the stand. It's a pretty basic stand. Looks like it uses, the same pattern of mold as a lot of the other ones do with the grate, but this one has the orange on the inside to give it kind of more of a Bespin Cloud City vibe to it. I do like these a lot because you can put them together, and you could position the back part of the stand, the one that holds them up. You can position them anywhere in any of those slots, which gives you a little bit of versatility if you've got a lot of figures together. You could put all these type of grill stands together, and you can place the figure wherever you need to amongst that grid, which can be really, really neat for displaying. And of course, it's got the nameplate, Boba Fett. Aha, there was tape. That was my problem. And more tape. There we go. In here we have alternate pouches, because you don't have enough pouches. Alternate fabric pieces. Not entirely sure where those go. And of course, alternate cape. Different color for the concept art as well. Not nearly as wrinkly. It's also not nearly as beat up either. Doesn't have quite as many holes and tears as the striped one does. And of course, it also does come with the previously mentioned instruction manual to show you how to change them up into the alternate version, what goes with what. As far as the hands go, there are 7 total of each color. Looks like you got your standard relaxed hand. You've got your fists. You've got a trigger hand, and you've got kind of an open hand, which are all pretty standard for each of these. So there he is. There's the Deluxe Boba Fett, the original Mandalorian. Really great looking figure. As always, for those of you who've been watching me do these for a while and listening to my reviews for a while, I love when figures come with a lot of accessories, and I love when figures come with great stands. Now, this Boba Fett up here from Return of the Jedi is that sets the standard for what kind of stand I really want, something that's dynamic. This stand does a little bit better with the orange to give it some flavor from Empire Strikes Back, but overall, just a standard run-of-the-mill stand. Nothing too exciting as far as displaying goes to give you some sort of environment to look at. But the figure itself looks great. You know, it's got really great movement to it, as most Hot Toys do, except for the Stormtroopers who are limited, you know, by their armor. But this one has really good posability options since he's all fabric. And the fabric is nice too because it's not just a solid color. It looks like it's dirty, as it should. It looks like Boba's been around the galaxy a few times chasing after his bounties, which is really nice looking. So yeah, really great looking figure. I look forward to getting him out and doing some posing with him. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stick with the standard. I don't think I'm going to go with the concept art version as far as displaying him goes. But yeah, I really am looking forward to getting him all geared up, getting his blasters out, putting those in his hands and seeing what he looks like all put together. Yeah, so this is the first of the Mandalorian Mondays. I've got several versions of the first season of The Mandalorian coming over the next few weeks, so hopefully I'll be able to get some of those out throughout the season of Mandalorian Season 2. But yeah, so keep it tuned here. Hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching. Please check out some of our other videos, and you can hear hundreds of Star Wars collecting podcasts and see photo galleries at our site, swactionnews.com.